Welcome to the Tea and Coffee Hub. I'm Steve Feld with Karen Hewitt. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
So we've been bouncing back a whole bunch of crazy ideas of what our next episode should be. And I think we came up with one that, oh my God, if you're an entrepreneur and you said you've never done this, stop lying to yourself. And that is, well, fuck ups.
We've all done it.
We've all done
Some of
it.
them, some of them are better than others.
Yeah.
And as I say, Steve, I think the best part is some cups you learn from,
Yes.
and some of them turn into the best thing you could have ever done.
Oh yeah, the failing fast kind of theory. As an entrepreneur, it took me a long time to grasp that concept. And then when I did, I started realizing, yes, it works, but
Mhm.
watch it. Don't let it destroy your business.
And this also comes down to another thing that I think so many entrepreneurs, so many business, this is where you mess up. I'm going to be honest, don't sugarcoat shit here. You are currently comparing your chapter one to someone's chapter 15.
Absolutely.
And guess what? They've all done it. We've all done it. And we still continue to do it on a daily basis. When was the last
Paranoia,
time you fucked up? When did you last fuck up, Steve?
probably a month and a half ago.
Oh, what was that? Which Susie was that?
I tried an A/B test on a couple different emails for a drip campaign. One took off, one pissed people off. I didn't think I would piss people off, but the reaction I got was, yeah, it must have pissed people off. Nothing vulgar, nothing crazy. It was just not rubbing them right for what I did and what they expected. And they let me know. Meanwhile, the other one, great. Guess what? Did I learn something? Hell yeah.
So here's me. I'm being very vulnerable here, Steve. I'm going to tell you, my latest fuck up has actually been a long-term fuck up.
Mm,
Okay. I'm really good at what I do, very good at what I do. And probably was it over a course of a year, maybe a year and a half. I did all this amazing stuff for all of my own clients and crushing it. The numbers, you saw some of my numbers, they were all there. Guess who I didn't do it for?
you.
Me. I went silent. I disappeared and I forgot to do my own marketing, my own social media because I was too busy doing everyone else. And that's a fuck up because guess what? I
Right.
wasn't growing my own business. I was stuck doing everyone else's. Another one was we laugh about this now. I came up with a digital download and how much gold was in that digital download. And I had two fuck ups with it. One, I sent it to Steve to review and I said, I'm thinking of making this a lead magnet and doing it for free. Steve, how much did you have to put me back into focus on that?
I didn't email you back. I called you up and said, are you on drugs? And here's why. Have you thought of these things? And you were like, oh crap. And I know we did another episode about toxic people, but I was like, I had to slap her upside the face to get her attention. But then I gave her constructive reasons and asked questions to make her realize what went wrong. But she
Mm-hmm.
corrected them, and now what's the
Yep.
result?
I have quite a high selling digital product that is getting a lot of very positive feedback. One, I wasn't going to charge for it,
Mhm.
and there's too much gold in there to not charge. And you were even saying I'm still undercharging for it. And
Yes.
two, I think the biggest mistake I made is I forgot to even put my name in it. Like, hey, this is Karen, and this is a product I'm teaching you.
Yeah. Yeah. It didn't have your name anywhere in it. You said I'm, but never used your name. So we've all been there. I mean, my very first business, crushing it, writing business plans, marketing plans for tech people to get venture capital money in the tech space. Great. Everything was going good. Guess who I didn't write a business plan for? Who didn't have an exit strategy? Who put all their eggs in one basket? Did I see any of this? Nope. Business was too good. Tech bubble burst. Well, so did the business. So I attributed that as a very hard, I lost the whole business. But 3 days later, after crying, started business number two. Guess what? I wrote a business plan all overnight, had an exit strategy. Everything I did to was towards my exit strategy. And in 18 months, I had 9 people working for me and sold it for over $1 million.
Yeah. We're bringing up this because every single entrepreneur I have ever met in my entire life has got a story like this.
Yeah.
Something they have done where they've either lost business, lost all their business,
Yeah.
lost the client, or the fuck up was so good it created a whole business. It makes me think of the post-it.
Yes. The post-it note. Yeah.
That
One of the greatest fuck ups in the world. I mean, trying to make a glue that you can reuse and accidentally spills it on paper.
I think they were trying to make a glue that was so solid it wouldn't be reused. They were trying to make it absolutely permanent for mechanical reasons. And they accidentally made it reusable, thought they had to throw it in the trash, spilt it on paper, and it was like, what? Oh, this is amazing. And how many of us have post-its somewhere on our desk right now? I think I have
Could
several
be
different
many
varieties.
different forms. Yes.
Yeah.
Greatest invention ever.
And I think the first thing we have to say is you're going to fuck up.
Yep.
End of story. The deal of it is how do you handle it from there? What do you do next? How do you turn it around? I laugh and joke about a keynote speech I gave one time. That keynote actually netted me, I think, about 17 new gigs after that keynote speech. And I've been speaking for a while. I've been on stages for a while. I've done several dozens of these. It's not something new. It should be second nature. I get on stage, there's about 5,000 people in the audience. And that was a small number for me at that time. And I had that mind moment where the brain just disappeared. And I was on stage in front of everyone. And I was told that this was a professional call. And the first things that came out of my mouth, and if you haven't realized, I do have a potty mouth. Oh God, what the fuck am I supposed to say now? And I was mic'd up. Oh my, everyone heard it. Would you say that was a fuck up, Steve?
Oh yeah. But can you turn it around?
And within 30 seconds, my mind came back and says, and I bet that's all what you're saying when it comes down to posting on social media and creating your digital footprint. And my speech came back into my head and I went straight ahead and did it. But that complete blank out slate that happened, it everything went from my brain in that moment.
And it happens to entrepreneurs all the time on many different things. But do what Karen did. And I know I've been there a million times, so I'm not shy about telling mine, but take the moment. Take a moment. Realize what happened. Do not beat yourself up. That's the worst thing you could do. That negative inside brain. Don't do that. Breathe. You're still alive. It's okay. Think it'll come to you in just a second if you just relax and you'll overcome it.
Yeah. And I mean, what are some of the biggest fuck ups that I think 95% of small businesses do within the first decade of being a business?
They're targeting the wrong market if they're even targeting a market.
No, they're targeting everyone because
Oh,
everyone needs their
everyone.
service. Everyone needs what you offer because you're just good for every. No, stop.
Stop it, people. Just stop that madness. Everyone's not your target market.
They're not.
Well, you know, I used to play
They
a game when I taught ABCs of starting a business. When I hear everyone's my target market, I go, can I ask you up to 6 questions? And they go, really? I go, I'm going to ask you up to 6 questions to debunk what you just said. And usually by the third question, they shut up and their mouth hits their jaw hits the ground going, I guess everyone is not my target
Yes. Here's another fuck up that everyone does. They don't ask for help
Oh,
because they're a small business. They think they have to handle it all themselves.
that's one of the biggest mistakes I know I've made. And I know so many fellow entrepreneurs and business owners, we all talk about it. That is one of our number one right up there, buying our own brand of bullshit and not listening or hiring the right people to help us.
I'm going to throw another one out at you. Not continuing to learn your industry.
Oh gosh, how many times we heard this from people? I know everything. I'm at the top of my industry. Well, if you're at the top of your industry, your name would be a household name of
Hmm.
whatever industry that is. You're not, so give it up. You always have, every industry is evolving. Someone just
Yes.
brought this up, like trucking. Well, trucking's been the same way for like last 50 years. No, it hasn't. It's evolving at a rapid pace. And if you're not keeping up with the technology that's going on right now in the trucking space with logistics and everything else, you're lost. But you
Hmm.
know everything.
You know everything. Oh, these preconceived notions about who can and cannot do things. I actually spoke to someone in the last week that still had these ideals, which I really think were rooted in the 50s. They were looking to hire somebody to take on a part of their business, but they did not want to hire a female candidate because, well, they don't do accounting that well. It's not, men are accountants. I think I just sat there and blinked at them because I couldn't think what to just respond.
And you got to look at your own business. How many times have you made those simple mistakes too? And
Hmm.
it could go either way. Wow,
Yeah.
you went down a bad hole, but
Hmm.
this is where you need the help to get out of it. Or that mistake led to something greater and bigger
Yes.
and better. And I have had that happen before in one of my businesses. I made a major boo-boo. I stopped doing what I was doing. I just went and had a cup of coffee and I said, take it out of your head, went for a walk, came back. I go, I just figured out a new product line for my business from my mess up and I tested it and it took off.
We need to do a whole episode on that because that's another mistake I see people doing. They're so desperate to have different streams of income that they take on everything and
Oh,
anything. The amount of people I've seen that do this, and this, it's like, okay, so what are you actually good at?
right. Or how many times have taken on a joint venture partner, affiliate that wasn't fitting into your model and you screwed up and lost customers or lost leads, lost people at your email list. I mean, these are major, fuck ups in your business, but you got to learn from them.
And you also have to be willing to say no to taking on certain clients.
Yes.
Because I love the story you have on this. There's some clients that come to you and they really want to work with you. They're desperate to work with you, but you know that working with them is going to be.
Yeah.
You have a great story about this one.
The PIA. So folks,
Yeah.
if you don't know this, it does exist out in retail world, restaurant world. It's the PIA button that's on cash registers, POS systems, and it stands for pain in the ass. So in one of my stores, retail store, we had a PIA 1, PIA 2, PIA 3 because we didn't want their business. So we'd hit the button to add on a service charge, if you will, open and honest about it. Didn't hide this fact. Oh, yeah, that's our normal service charge for jobs like these.
Hmm.
We didn't want their business. And I kid you not, once we started implementing that, it actually saved us from those bad customers. And we all know who the bad customers are. They suck up all your time in your life and they pay this much for everything. They'll leave you for a penny increase.
Oh yeah.
And I've done it
So
with clients. I've quadrupled a price, my normal fee, to have this person say no, and they said yes. And I said, I'm going to give you a 1 month agreement, not my annual. And he's like, why? And I go, you won't be around by week 5. You're going to weed yourself out. And he didn't believe me, and he did.
they did.
But I
Mhm.
got 4 times my rate in 1 month.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna totally be honest here. My entire business model right now for what I am doing and what I currently am doing is a fuck up.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be in social media. I was not going to work on marketing. That was not my intention at all. Do you remember my original business model, Steve?
I'm trying to remember because it's been so,
It's it was
oh,
it was
it
oh
evolved.
nearly 8 years ago
Yeah.
is when it evolved to marketing. But I was a life coach.
Yeah. Not,
He rolled his eyes.
not the strengths, but you know what? These kind of things led you here. And this is
Yes,
what we're trying to explain to people. It's like you don't know what's going to be the major screw up in your business, in your life, whatever. Your life can take a horrible turn. Many things can happen in our lives. We get it. That might change the direction of what you do is for work, your business model. Who knows? You have to just take it. And it's like Karen's saying, and I'm saying, it's how you're reacting to this. Are you going to take it and put it in you and dwell on it, and negativity is going to just keep swelling? Or are you going to go, let me take a step back, maybe seek out some advice, some help, bounce it off people? What would you do? Or people who have been there, done it. And I've seen this happen in a mastermind group. One mastermind group, this guy finally it's his turn in the hot seat. He puts out a problem and he's almost in tears. He goes, we have spent $13 million on solving this problem for the last 3.5 years. I've hired every consultant. We've seen enough reports. I can't figure this out. So finally, someone in the group goes, hey, have you ever thought of this? And just asked him a question. The guy lost it, completely broke down. He goes, guys, I have to leave, and bolts out of the room. We are all freaking out now, scared us to death. We continue. I call him up later that day to check on him. Can't get a hold of him. Call him the next day. I go by his place. They said he's hunkered in his office. You can't talk to him. A week later, he calls me in. We have coffee. He goes, that just having him throw out that little question made me answer my problem. I came back and my whole team, I got rounded them all up and I said, here's our solution. Let's do it right now. They go, that's what we've been working on for the last week. We solved our problem. And in the last week, we now made 5 million, where I cost me 13 million over 3.5 years. So he goes, I've been beating myself up for 3.5 years on this. And it was solved in less than 30 seconds. So this is what we're saying, people. Get into those support groups, whatever it may be, and don't beat yourself up. We all have them. We're not immune.
and here's another piece of magic. Whatever your fuck up is, I guarantee other business owners are doing it.
Been there, done it.
Been there, done it. They've got t-shirts, they've probably got the pants, the scarf, and the gloves as well as the hat. If you can come up with the solution for that fuck up, that now becomes a product if it fits within your business model. I know one
Absolutely.
of my products is based on a fuck up that I see so many business owners do. And that's the trying to be on every single social media platform they can
Oh, yeah.
find. But the way I do it, it makes sense because I saw the problem and I came up with a solution without taking away what people were wanting as a result.
Right.
So if you find the problem and you come up with a solution, guess what? Monetize that solution. You're going to fuck up. If you're not fucking up, I'm going to say this as plainly as I can. You are not taking enough risks.
You're not trying hard enough. You're not pushing your business. You're not giving it. Come on.
I, I mess up at least on the low end, at least 6 times a year on something. And
Yeah.
that's not just a little tiny hiccup. The mess up I had last weekend because I went to an event. I got so focused on the event, I forgot to pack clothes for every other day other than the actual event. That was a bit of a oops.
It-
We all do it.
yeah. Well, you even brought up one, what, a month now, it's almost 2 months ago, asking me about some contracts I had to adhere to. And we were talking, I go, I can't do that because of these contracts and all these things. And then you go, when do they expire? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I called you back 40 minutes later. I read through all my contracts. They expired 3 days ago.
Hmm.
And I was like, holy crap, game on. And then I said, here's what I'm going to do. And I started bouncing ideas. And you said, yes, no to certain things. And it's like, good. Now leave me alone. I got to go build this.
Yeah. You do know that conversation was on purpose, right?
The
Because the
universe
one
was
thing
saying
you've
something.
well, no, the one thing you've learned about me is I tend to remember really stupid details and dates stick in my head. And I was thinking, I think it's around about this time, like 3 or 4 years
Yeah,
ago that Steve did this.
it was a three and a half
Ah,
year contract.
I was like, Steve,
Yeah.
when is that contract up? Because in my head, I was thinking, I'm pretty sure, I think it is. I think it is. But I wanted to shove you to go look at it.
Yeah. I mean, and then so I got in another group immediately and very happy, like, hey, this was a script. This would have hindered where I wanted to go because of these contracts. Now that I know I'm free, it was like, okay, and what have I been doing since that time?
Oh yeah. We've been, let's see, setting up new business launches. We established a whole new business, set up a whole new visibility platform. Oh, wow. Yeah,
Redo the
things
website,
happen.
redo my business model, redo my ascension. Uh, my JV partners are coming out of the woodwork. So, folks, did I beat myself up over it? No. I learned, I saw it and go, oh crap, paused, came up with a plan. Which way am I going to go? Kill it or let's grow it.
Mhm. I had one just a few months ago, my business banking account. The bank I was banking with changed all their banking system from one to another. So they had to send every account holder a new debit card. What happens when you get a new debit card number and you have things on auto pay and bills like I had the business phone system, the business internet
Oh, yeah.
system, I payment processes, all of this was on auto pay.
Pain in the ass.
You have pain in the ass. But do you know I found nearly $200 of stuff that I was still paying for that I was no longer using the system because I'd missed it? I could have sat there and gone, oh God, I lost $1,000 doing this.
Or you go, wow, this was a blessing in disguise. And that's what we're trying to
Bingo.
convey to you. Listen, it's going to happen, people. You know, I've had some good businesses. And I've had some really, well, businesses I've tried. Almost lost the marriage over one. Finally lost the marriage in another way. But the way I looked at it was always blessings in disguise, which I didn't see at the time. But if I didn't have a support group or have a coach or a mastermind group or that confidant group, advisors, mentors, I don't know how I could have gotten through a lot of it.
I think it's one other thing that you have. I know I have this, and I'm seeing it missing in so many people, and it's the dedication to growth. I don't know about you. I have set time every single day where I am learning something new in my field. I'm getting a new certification in my field. I'm having a conversation about something that's evolving in my field.
Mhm.
I'm not spending 6 hours a day. It's like 10, 15 minutes a day. I'm going to make sure that I'm checking in. 10, 15 minutes a day, I'm going to make sure I'm reading some form of development book. I'm currently reading one that had the biggest book launch ever, along with some others. But I have 30 minutes to an hour set aside at least 5 days a week where I am intentionally growing with my industry.
And I think everyone should be doing that. I mean, I've turned my car into what Brian Tracy says, a rolling university. So I
Mm-hmm.
listen to audiobooks. I throw in all sorts of types, but some of the best ones, like I know I've talked to you about this. After I listened to three different books about Benjamin Franklin and the accomplishments and the struggles he went through, we're talking 100 some years ago, 200 years ago,
Hmm.
it still applies today in business and
Yeah,
in life. And here he is going through it. Everything he touched didn't succeed. He had more failures than successes, but he kept
right.
trying.
Yeah. It's, you've got to be willing to have someone you can talk to. You've got to be willing to be learning. You have to be willing to take action. If you screw up, either that screw up's going to turn into something amazing that you had, but if it isn't, own it.
Mhm.
If I have seen business owners, and I'm talking big name business owners, screw something up so royally, turn around and own the crap out of it,
Right.
and everyone be like, "Oh my gosh!" and develop. You know, James Charles. I know not a name that you're so familiar with, but makeup artist. He released a beauty blender, and it was supposed to be a blind box where different colors in the box. Each step of the way for the distribution, they assumed that the previous step had mixed up the boxes so they were different colors. People would buy 10 of them and be like, well, why did I get 10 red boxes? Because
Uh,
everyone had assumed the previous step had mixed them up to do the blind box. His response: owned it, found out where the problem happened, came up with a solution, gave a plan for the solution so people would get a blind box in a mix, and literally just said, yeah, we screwed up. We're sorry. Let's fix it. The amount of people were like, wow, oh, wait, okay. And now people are more loyal. And that's just an example that's happened in the last like 3 months for a big company.
yeah, and I think, entrepreneurs, when you do mess it, own it. Don't deny it. That's number one, because denial will get you into more trouble than anything else, or blaming others. If it's your business, it's your problem, even if you didn't screw up.
Mm-hmm.
If whoever you had doing it messed up and you didn't know about it until after the fact, when all the complaints came in, guess what? You own it and you apologize fully.
Yeah.
Have some integrity. This is your business, but come up with a solution how to overcome it and make them happy again. You've got to get them back on your side. And this is where in businesses, I don't know how many times I've seen people go down one way on a business and they screw up so bad, they have to scrap that business and they start a whole different business because they learned something and they screwed up and realized
Mm-hmm.
that's not a good business model for me or my people or my family or whatever, and have shifted
Yeah.
gears, and it's okay.
It's like Instagram. Instagram used to be a check-in, like, hey, I
Yeah.
was at this place. It wasn't a photo sharing app at all. Realized that wasn't what was working. They shifted gears, and now we have Instagram that's now owned by Meta.
Right.
They realized it wasn't working and shifted gears. You're gonna fuck up. It's
Except,
gonna happen. The sooner you accept it, like you said.
but this is where having that group, whoever in your circle, you can throw the idea to them and try to reduce the screw up. It may still happen, people. The advice you get may still be really wrong, but you know what? You're gonna learn from it, and you can go back to the people and go, listen, I did it, followed it to everything we talked about, and it blew up in my face. I need help getting out. Guess what? You got the right people who are now gonna like, oops, we all contributed to that. We got to get them out.
Yeah. There's only one fuck up that you can't come back from.
My mind's racing on hundreds.
No, there's one that you can't come back from this one.
Death.
That's it. I quit. I can't do this anymore.
Oh, yeah. If you give up, you're done.
You're done. Some are harder to come back from, granted. Some take a lot more work, but the only one that you cannot come back from at all is the one where you say, that's it.
Yep. Or you go, it's so far down the hole I can't come out of it, but you keep trying, and now you're digging a deeper hole. We've seen that. Great, this marketing isn't working, so I'm going to put more money into it.
You can still come back from that one a little bit. It's harder. I think that's on the harder scale. The ones you just can't come back from it where
If you check out,
if you check out and you decide you can't do this anymore,
you're
doesn't
done.
matter what happens. Even if you check out and decide to launch something else, they're always going to see you as the person who checked out the minute an obstacle hit,
Yeah. And we see it
unless
in
you check
business.
out on purpose. Hey, we understand this didn't work. We are closing this business and looking at different revenues because we do not want this problem. If you're doing it very intentionally, that's one way.
Right.
If you do the, can't do this anymore, I quit, I'm done, I'm done. You're not coming back.
No, we did that with a tile company I was consulting for. After doing some deep analysis and looking at numbers, we found that they had like 140 designs that were costing them money by keep staying on the shelf. So we let all the suppliers know we're discontinuing these and to blow it out. And then negativity, well, I buy that. And then we started looking, it was all BS. If you bought it, it
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be a dead dog. So the owner was the one who would not give up the 140 designs.
Yes.
And I've started showing him this is actually hurting your business more and more, but he wouldn't let it go and kept owning the screw up and wouldn't let it go. So finally, the staff got together and said, listen, this is going to help us, not your bottom line. Screw your bottom line. It's going to help us. And then he listened to them. We got rid of them. All of a sudden, he started making more money. But he was so into owning the mistake, like so personalized, he couldn't move on. And that's what we're also talking about here is like, that's a mistake that you're not letting go of.
Mm-hmm. You see on all those restaurant shows, the owner wants to keep a certain dish on the menu and everyone hates it.
Yeah.
But that's that thing, no one likes it.
Yeah. No one's buying it. Costs too much. It costs more than what you're selling it for. It looks unpresentable. Yeah, it's the same. All businesses have that. I call it the dying dog. And
Mm-hmm.
unless you take the step back and look at your products, your services, realize you might have a mistake in your business.
Yeah. And if you're not reassessing your business on a regular basis,
Ugh.
well, that's a mistake in itself. The amount of people are, well, I've had my business for 5 years. Great. When was the last time you assessed it? Huh?
When was the last time you looked at your pricing model? Wonder why you're losing money.
When was the last time you checked out your website? But it's there.
When was the last time you checked your demographics of who's buying your products or services?
But I have all that done. I don't need to revisit it once it's done. That's a mistake.
Mhm. You got to evolve. And this is what we're talking about mistakes. That is a good one in business. Complacency.
Yes. Oh God. The
I
amount of
mean,
people I
we've
deal
all
with
been
are
there, folks.
all of us.
Everyone's been there. The difference is realizing, or if you haven't updated your website in 3 years, I'm going to give it that long. That's a huge, I'm giving a huge boundary on this one. Huge. And you know me, I'm like every year I go in and refresh,
Or accidentally delete or overload it.
overload it. Yeah. Yeah. I've had that happen not once, not twice, but yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
just too much content for what my site can handle.
And it
Or
wasn't actually too much content. It's just you had old
there was old
themes on.
links, there was stuff in there that were broken, and I couldn't find them until it broke. Or the
Here's
update theme couldn't update.
I have to share this one because this one to me is hilarious as a mistake. And if you only take this one action item from this podcast and do this, you're improving your business. How old is your damn profile picture?
Oh Lord.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
And then And we get it, folks. You get busy in your business. These things are not on your radar. I mean, Karen knows right around Thanksgiving to Christmas, there's all that dead time. You can't get a hold of anyone. So I actually put my foot on the gas a little harder so I can book January and everything else. But during that time is when I go through every little thing and update everything across the board. Why
Mhm.
not? That's a good time of year to fix your profiles, update your photos. Oh, I got to get a photographer. Oh, I got to go do this. Don't stop the excuses. There you go. Karen is showing you those funny things called a phone, and it has a camera
Yeah.
on it. Go in some good lighting, put on a nice whatever that fits your business model, your attire, and just get some shots.
And make sure they're like out here a little bit because the amount of people I see,
Yeah, it's
oh,
not a dating
sorry,
profile where you got to throw 500 filters on this thing. Come on. It's
and it's not
professional.
one that zooms so close in. But these are mistakes. These are fuck ups. If you're not updating your stuff, if you're not learning your stuff, if you're not growing, and if you're not assessing your mistakes, then you're just fucking your business over. The sooner
Look at
you
you.
admit you're gonna mess up,
Mhm.
the better.
It's going to happen. Look at your offerings, your products, your services. Some things fall off the radar. They're outdated and maybe no one's buying it, like the tiles. You don't know until you actually take a step back and start realizing, yes, they are hurting your business and you're not even realizing. And I know
Mhm.
Karen and I have talked to so many business owners. We're like, what do you do with these 5 programs that you're promoting the most of? Well, no one's buying those. They're buying these. Then let's get rid of those. Well, and they're married to it. They have
Mhm.
that deep sentimental thing. And we all get it. We've all been there. Oh, God knows I've been there. I have fought my coach about getting rid of certain services and products before. And then it's like, well, the numbers don't lie.
Mhm. I've done
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, we've all been there. Stop BSing yourself and realize it's a mistake, learn from it, correct it.
Yeah. And we're telling you this as a pair of people who have probably fucked up more times than you think you have. Some of them you're counting, some of them you're not. Some of them we're counting, and some of them, oh, we're not going to talk about that one.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about them all. Thank God.
We're not going to, because some of them are like,
It's so embarrassing. Some of them are like so right in your face.
we've
But
both done it.
yeah, just realize it and don't beat. I can't say this enough because I was one of those. I beat myself up. Oh, how could I miss that? It was right in front of me and it's costing me and it's hurting me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm beating myself up. And once I stopped doing that, going, stop, pause, think of a solution, correct it. And then life got better, the business got better, my clients were better served. Just take that moment to yourself.
And don't stick with something because you think that's what you have to do because someone
No,
told you.
don't.
I've seen it. I rebranded myself because I was sticking to what I was told I should be. And I'm like, no, I don't do that crap.
Mhm.
I rebranded myself because I'm like, no, it's not who I am. Don't stick to it because you've always done it. Don't stick to it because someone else told you to. Be willing to move forward and own the crap that you pull off.
Absolutely. So, folks, we're telling you, take something away from this. Look at what you're doing in your business. If there's that screw up, guess what? Own it, get the solution, and fix it. Don't keep beating yourself up. Don't keep accepting it because you love it. You might love it. Your clients don't love it. Uh, why do you think grocery stores are constantly changing, evolving? Well, they get it. And do you think that they've brought in a lot of dog products in their stores? Oh, yeah. But they had to learn.
Mm-hmm.
They knew it. They had to learn. They learned what worked for their demographics. Same thing in your business.
Exactly.
You can go to 2 different convenience stores on different parts of town. And they'll have different products altogether. Why? They learn what their demographics and their customers want. Why
Mhm.
shouldn't you do the same?
Yeah. So let's have some fun in the comments on this one. Drop one of your favorite mistakes. I want to know the mistake that now when you look back, you laugh your ass off about it because we've got them. We all have.
Yeah. If we don't have them, we have worked with people who have had them.
Telling everyone didn't have a clue what the fuck to say in a stage in front of over 5,000 people. That's probably one of my favorite fuck ups. It made me a lot of business.
See? And that's by being real,
Yeah.
owning it, taking a moment, and getting the solution to move forward.
And if you think you have a mistake that's going on and you're not sure how to handle it, go ahead. Let's see if maybe we can help you out with some ideas. Drop those in the comments too.
Let's hear them.
I think we've embarrassed ourselves enough this week.
Yeah, we've been there, folks. Let's hear about you, and if we can help, let us know. Just thanks for tuning in to Tea and Coffee today. I'm Steve Feld with Karen Hewitt. We'll
And we
see.
will see you next week. Thanks for joining us on the Tea and Coffee Hub podcast today. We hope you enjoyed today's conversation and it left you inspired, equipped, and ready to take your next step, whether that's in life, business, or maybe both.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future episodes, and connect with us online and in person. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Until next time,
Keep sipping,
keep growing,
take action,
and stop making excuses.